Hey, welcome Pocket Knives and Harmonicas. I'm Brenny. Glad you could stop by. Let's turn off the Christmas train. Yeah, there we go. Enough of that. Hey, part two of my most used knives of 2023. Last video I took a look at my modern folders that I've been using this past year. Today I'd like to take a look at the fixed blades I've been using. Starting with my garden knives. So my most used garden knife, I just smacked my head on the light fixture. My most used garden knife up until early this year has been this old Mora. I don't know much more about it. It's a Frost, made in Mora, Sweden. Great little knife. I've just used this for everything. Really beat on it probably harder than I should have. But I have since moved on to other things in the yard. So first off, I picked up this Kershaw quite early this year. This is, I think they call it a camp knife. They have two sizes, and they just call it by the length of the blade. Yeah, this is the Camp 10. So it's a 10-inch blade. I believe it came coated in black, but it was taken off before I got it. Great chopping knife, works great in the garden. A little bit on the heavy side, but you know what? It was working just fine. But then I got a bee in my bonnet to put a new handle on my machete that I'd picked up in the early 90s traveling through Mexico. Just had a crappy plastic handle on it which broke off, making it very uncomfortable to use, so I just didn't use it. It doesn't have any markings on it, you know, probably made out of some other piece of metal from a car or something, who knows. I put these oak handles on. They're actually really probably too chunky, not very ergonomic, but I still like them just because I made them. And yeah, pin the handles on, and yeah, it works good. Works really good. Enjoy this one. Glad to have some life breathed into it again. Let's get rid of this sheath. And let's just put a measurement on this machete. I haven't done this, but 13 3/4 inch long blade. And then my most recent purchase for the garden was this Hori knife, style knife. This is made by AKAKD. Don't know anything about them. It's got a sharpened edge here, serrated edge here, dull, well no, it's sharp right to the tip, so I can use it as a spade. It's got some measurements on it if you need such things. I don't, but hey, that works. So, you know, I can use this for chopping some light stuff and sawing out roots, whatever, and transplanting, light digging tasks, that kind of thing. It's got some sort of plastic crap handle on it, but hey, it works. And you know, I haven't really used this knife too much. I got it kind of late summer. Most of my digging that I would need this for was done, but definitely like it. This is going to be very useful. So those are my garden knives that I use on a daily or weekly basis. The other thing I use fixed blades for is I keep this small one. This is also a Frost, Eric Frost. It says somewhere on here. Who cares? So you can barely read it. But this is just a short little thing. Like, look at it compared to this one. So I just keep it in its sheath, and I tuck it into my overalls, just in the bib of my overalls, and that's where it lives for small cutting tasks. The third and last thing I use fixed blades for is going out in the bush, either on my motorcycle or hiking, and I've always used this Mora Companion heavy duty carbon blade. Great knife. Everybody knows about these. You know, it's not a full tang, but very solid. Get a lot of work done with this. You can baton and not worry about it. And really, you can just beat the heck out of these things. And, you know, if something does happen, you can replace it. It's not a big deal. I'm just noticing my tip is a little bit raggedy. I have to deal with that. But yeah, this has been a great knife. In a knife swap recently, or I don't know, she's 8 months ago or so, I picked up this buck, and this is a very cheap little buck. Like, I really dislike this style sheath, this nylon with plastic insert and some little snap. I really don't like that. But the knife, you know, again, such a simple, humble little knife. I think it's like, it's called the 673. It's the Max Light Small or Mini or something like that. You know, it's just got the 420 HC blade steel, sharpens up good. Sharpen it up on a tree if you need to. And, you know, I've batoned with this, even though it's got a very, you know, much shorter blade. They're cutting edge, sorry, off frame, quite a bit shorter than the Mora. But you know, when I'm just lighting a little fire, stick fire in my little stick stove to heat up water, this has no problems, you know, and it's lightweight. I love this pinch grip on it. It's got some jimping up here if you need it. You can choke up and get into this. I don't know if it's intended to be a finger choil, but you can get right in there. I like this blade shape, kind of leaf style, spear point. Small handle, but you know, I get all my fingers on it. Don't feel like I'm squishing off, especially if you choke up on it like that. There's plenty of room. So, you know, this is the blade that I probably use the most out in the bush now. It's small, it's lightweight, it's a buck. It's a humble little knife. I like it. I really like this. So yeah, you know, there's my fixed blade selection, and to be honest, that's my fixed blade collection, with the exception of maybe one or two others. But really glad you joined me, and hope your family's doing well, and life's treating you good. So you guys take care. Bye now.